Hello everybody, welcome back to Eileen's Craft Nook. So today I thought we would play around with some UV resin and make some fun pendants that easy, quick to make fun pendants that we can use for the summer. So I have a variety of some little embellishments. I got digging through my stuff and I have like a ton of little embellishments that I've picked up from Temu and the dollar store and all sorts of places. So these are the pendants, the little shapes I'm going to make. I have a variety. I have this little kitty cat. Um, Most of these I got from Temu, but like this one came from Michael's. These came from Temu. This one I picked up a little package at a yard sale. So this is what we're going to play around with today. I still haven't fully made up my mind of what I'm putting in them. I did start this guy though, so for this one, I I have these pretty paper that I got from Temu. It came in a pad like this, so it's just a pad of paper. And what I did was I took the bezel and I placed it down, traced around it, and then cut out the circle, and then I just took it and poked it in here. Now this is pretty thin paper, so what I think I may do, rather than putting, I wasn't sure if I wanted to put the resin right on top of this or if I should um, like stiffen it up with some Mod Podge. So I think what I might do is use my Duraclear, the gloss varnish, and oops, thrown it away. I'm going to apply some to it, just to put a protective layer on it, and then I'll add the UV resin. It might be okay just to add the UV resin to the top. And you know what? Maybe we'll just test it and see, save us that step. So this will be the first one we're working on. And you know what? I think I want to try one that's kind of like an ocean theme. I have these little starfish, which are really cute. So I think I'm going to do like a little bit of blue UV resin and kind of put that in with some little embellishments. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm just going to decide, I have these cute little glitters that I haven't used. I have these little gold pieces. So just going to be kind of deciding as we go. I mean, obviously the moon, I think I actually have some washi tape I might use in this, and then use some micas. I think that would be really pretty. So that's probably what I'm going to do with this one. All right, so I'm going to just get some stuff together and we'll get started. All right, so we're just going to put some UV resin into the little pot. Not a lot, because I'm just doing a base coat, something that I can stick the tape to. So, well, maybe a little bit more than that. Okay, and I'm just going to put a couple of drops, not a lot of the black. I don't care if it's a black background, I just want something, because my tape is black, so I just want something I can stick that tape to. Okay, and I'm just going to mix that up. So you can see it's not black, and that's okay. Okay, and then we're going to put this into our moon. Now, here's the test to see whether my little dam, my tape, is going to hold the resin in. All right, so I'm just going to set this down. Um, and again, if you guys are working with this tape and you're wearing these gloves, it's so sticky. So I'm going to pour this into my moon. I may need to make a bit more. I just want a base, I put my tape on, as I mentioned. Okay. Let me just get a stick to. Just gonna move that out. Oh, I'm stuck. I got. Oh, there we go. Okay. Just gonna move it down here. You guys see what I'm doing? Hopefully. Let me move this way so you can. Okay. So that one's done. I'm gonna do all three before I put the cure them. I'm gonna use my lighter just to get the bubbles out. Okay, I just put a little bit of white sand in with some UV resin in this one. Might put a little bit more in there. It's kind of. I just want to put it at the bottom of the ocean pendant we're trying out. So, and what we're going to do is put this at the bottom of this pendant right here. You know, UV resin is a wonderful thing. It's not it's not cheap. I did buy the last batch I bought. I actually got on sale on Amazon. So keep your eyes out. It was 2 bottles of $2.50, but keep your eyes open. And it had a $10 off coupon, and it's the Let's resin, so it's a UV resin, so it's not a cheap brand, or I don't want to use the word cheap brand. It's not a brand that you're not sure if it's going to be good or not. So I'm just going to. I don't want that to spread too much. Get bubbles out, but I'm going to cure these up now before it spreads too much. Okay. Okay. So what I've done is I mixed up a little bit of sky blue and a little bit of sapphire blue, and these are, as I mentioned, the Let's resin translucent dyes. So I'm going to put the sky blue in first. I'm just going to it really doesn't take much to fill up these little pendants. Okay. And then I'm going to put the sapphire blue in at the top. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of mix those in a bit. The sapphire blue is kind of taken over. Okay. And I'm just going to quickly cure that up. And I might add more sky blue after this cures. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm not fully curing these yet. I'm only doing like little 90-second 90 seconds under the light. That's one for my light. That's the high, like the most. That's the most it'll do at one time. So then you have to add more. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of the lighter blue here, like that. I'm going to put over top of the darker blue because it will have it come down on our sand a little bit, like that. There. Yeah, the dark blue kind of took over, but I'm going to put a little bit of white in this as well, so that will lighten it up a bit. Okay, we're just going to come down on our sand a little bit more. Okay. All right, I went ahead and cured up the backs as well so I could take them off this tape. I just find it very hard when I'm wearing gloves to work with this tape because it just sticks to the gloves. So I cured up the backs so as you can see, as I tail this off, sorry, tape is sticky, that it's cured on the back now as well. So I can lay these down. So I'm going to peel this one off. Okay. And this one here. So as you can see, they're okay. Oh, that tape works really well. You can get it on Amazon. I picked mine up at Temu. Oh, that one's still a little. I just left a fingerprint on it. Okay, that one was still a little wet on the top because it needs another cure on the top. Okay, and I just want to give you an update. I did decide what I did was I used my Duragloss on this because I thought it might raise up. So I just poked it in there, put some Duragloss on the bottom and poked it in there. So I'm waiting for that to dry. So I'm gonna. Okay, so for our ocean, I wanted to use some of this moon, and I was thinking of this one right here. So I'm going to cut that out. Okay, so what I've done is I just cut a little piece out, and then I can see, when I hold this up to my light, I can see the edges. So I just placed it on there where I want it, and then I'm just going to trim so that fits right inside. Okay, so I didn't want to put you through the pain of trying to watch me trim that down. Cutting things is not my... So I got that trimmed, put in. I'm going to be putting some, I think maybe some micas in here so to cover up where you can see the edge of the tape. And for this one, I thought I would use this pretty sunflower washi that I have. So I'm just going to cut out a piece of that and put that in as well. All right, so I'm doing a voiceover. For some reason, I lost my microphone during the next little section. So here I've taken just the little nail stickers, and I'm adding them to this pendant that I used the sunflower washi tape on. And I added a couple little butterflies and the bee and the little ladybug. And those are fairly easy to use. You just cut them out, put them in water for about 10 seconds, and then the back slides right off. And here you can see I have the moon pendant. I added a couple little gold embellishments to that as well. I just put a little bit of UV resin down and added them in. Just to add a little more bling to it. This one I like the way this one turned out. And you'll see what I'm doing with each of these after I'm done is I'm filling them, I'm doming them up with the UV resin and curing them. Now this one, what I did is I added a couple of dried flowers to it. So I have that little yellow flower and the little blue flower, and I think it really did set it off. And then what I'm going to do with this one, and I'm going to show you, because this is how I do them all. I don't show them all on video, but I'm going to add my UV resin, and I'm going to add it to the point where it's what we call doming, and that just means that it's kind of above the edge of the bezel, but it's not spilling over. So, you see me adding it here, and I'm going to test it, and I kind of look at it, and then I'll start adding it drop by drop until I feel, it's at the point where it might spill over the edge. So that's what you're going to see here. And this is the method I do with all of them to finish them off. And then I put them under the UV light for about 5 minutes. I'll put them all under, and I cure them for about 5 minutes. I had already cured the backs, but I flipped them over, not this one, but the ones that are see-through for the back. I cured them for another couple minutes on the back as well, just to make sure everything was well cured. And then we move back over to our ocean pour. Now here, with this one, I was trying to get that white to work, and I just was struggling with it. I added some glitter, so use the white with the white translucent pigment with the UV resin, and I added some of this glitter to it. Thought might make a little glitter in the water, and then I put it on the pendant. But I didn't like the looks of it. I couldn't get it so that it seemed to look like waves, just like a white line to me. So I kind of gave up. I cured it, and then what I ended up doing was I covered it over with some more blue. And in the end, it turned out nice because you see the blue, but you see that sparkle in behind it. It's quite pretty. And then I wanted to put a couple little ocean embellishments in it, so I added this starfish, and then I had a little gold shell out of my nail art container, and I added the little gold shell as well. And then, like you saw me do with the washi tape pendant, I went ahead, well, after this I did add the more blue, cured it, and then I domed it and cured it again. Next time I might try, I do have a white pigment that's meant to make waves. I just didn't think it was going to work with the UV resin. I'll have to play around with that a bit to see what I can get that works. All right, let's take a look at all our finished pendants. All right, we're back with our first 4 finished pendants. So we have this one. This one I used washi tape, and then I added some nail stickers, the little bee, ladybug, and a couple of butterflies. And then we have our moon. And in this one, I again used some washi tape. And then I added some little gold embellishments to this one. Let's see if I can get the light so it's not. Okay. And then we have this one, which I used a piece of paper in the background, had this butterfly, and I added the 2 little flowers to it. And then we have our little ocean themed one. A little darker than I hope. I couldn't get that white to work out, but this one we added the little starfish. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is some sparkle in that water where I added the glitter, and that I do like. So those are our first set of 4, and the next video we'll do the other set of 4 that I have. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content from me, I would appreciate it. It's a good time to go ahead and subscribe. And feel free to leave any comments of what you like to see more of or less of. All right. Thanks, everybody. See you in the next one.